India, a friendly neighbor of Bangladesh, right? A neighbor who helped us achieve freedom in 1971 for their own profit. A friendly neighbor who didn't let us use the chicken neck, costing us fortunes. But when this friendly neighbor asked our honorable fascist dictator Sheikh Hasina and her governing party, they showed us how a nation can truly be selfless by giving away the railway transport system to our trusty old friendly neighbor India. Cute, isn't it? A neighbor whose media outlets are capable of spreading groundless and baseless rumors yet incapable of investigating them. A neighbor who cried over the safety of their fellow religious practitioners in Bangladesh, based on some unethical rumors they created themselves. A neighbor who repays us like this for protesting for the justice of their citizen, Mumita, who was brutally raped and murdered. A neighbor who worships cows as their gods, as their mother, but remains silent when they cause this to their gods and to their fellow religious practitioners. I recently made a video about how could a certain small percentage of Bangladeshi people might prove themselves to be hypocrites. I don't know if they have proven themselves as hypocrites or not yet, but surely our friendly neighbor India has fully proven themselves to us that they are a nation of hypocrites. Well, I guess I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Let me first explain how they are responsible for causing this to us, including their gods and fellow religious practitioners. So, India has been building dams for a long time to control the water supply, and they literally harass us by keeping water for themselves during the summer. Then, in the rainy season, when the water level becomes too much for them to bear, they open the dams, creating a man-made flood in Bangladesh, ignoring and violating Articles 5 and 6 of the UN Convention on the Law of the Non-Navigational Uses of International Watercourses, 1997. Which state that upstream and downstream countries have the right to equitably and reasonably utilize shared waters. Additionally, Article 7 of the 1997 Convention, along with customary international law, obliges upstream countries like India to prevent significant harm to downstream nations such as Bangladesh, which they have disregarded multiple times. Now, you might say they've been committing this unjust action for a long time. So why is the situation so much worse now? The situation is much worse now because the Dumbur Reservoir's switchgate was last opened in 1993. As a result, the water has been stopped from flowing freely for more than 3 decades, preventing the deepening of the earth along this water route. So, when they suddenly opened the dam 30 years later, after filling the reservoir to the brim, it was obvious that the destruction would be massive. They also failed to notify us before opening the dam, breaking the Espoo Convention, 1991, and customary international law, which mandate that upstream countries notify and consult with downstream states before undertaking any activities that could significantly affect shared waters. As a result, people weren't able to take necessary precautions, which increased the number of deaths, of people, innocent animals, and the representatives of their divine and nourishing mother goddesses, maximizing the level of destruction. Here are some of the atrocities of the calamity created by India.
Bhai, কি নাম? কোথা থেকে আসতেছেন বলেন তো?
চাঁদপুর।
কি অবস্থা?
অবস্থা খুব খারাপ, আমার ঘর নতুন ঘর ভেঙে সব শেষ। আমার কিছু নাই আর।
কতটুকু উঠছে পানি?
ঘরের পিঠ ভেঙে গেছে কি, টাকার মতন কিছু নেই।
Also, I am very proud of the large number of people in this country for doing everything they can for the flood affected. And I have immense respect for those who are risking their own lives to save others in this situation, for those who are saving animals while also being in danger themselves, and for everyone who, from their own positions, are trying to do everything they can for the affected. I will also admit that a huge number of people are freely giving aid to the affected, but a certain small percentage of people are taking advantage of this calamity to do business with their boats, asking for tens of thousands of taka, if not even more, to save them. I mean, how much of an inhumane and heinous person does one need to be capable of to commit such an act? And in this video, I have only showed you the tip of the iceberg. The situation is far more worse than we can comprehend, and it is getting even worse as I make this video. Just imagine watching water slowly seep into your lands, filling up your home, devouring everything you own, everything you knew of, while you just stand there helplessly with your newborn child, elderly parents, pregnant wife who is due in 8 to 10 days, or with your whole family and their futures to think about. Just imagine your father being swept away by the ferocious waves while trying to save you. Imagine being unable to bury your deceased family because everywhere you look, it's only water and water. Imagine going to rescue the affected and finding lifeless bodies floating everywhere, thinking to yourself that you might have been able to save them if you had arrived a bit earlier. What would you feel in these moments, I wonder? I would also like to address some issues regarding the rescue team. I know the rescue team is doing whatever they can to save as many people as possible, but I think they are neglecting and missing some areas that need help. What I would suggest to them and to the government to solve this issue is to work together, create a network system with every rescue team, be coordinated and organized, and go to every place for rescue equally and based on priority. Additionally, I would also like to give a message to the general mass who are not directly helping the affected that this is the time to help the needy, the flood-affected people, as you did for the students. This is the time for the restaurants to sponsor their foods for those in need as they did for the students. This is the time to provide aid to those who truly need it as you provided for the students. Please don't be hypocrites. Show as much, if not more, support to the needy from your positions right now as you showed to the students. Do as much as you can for the distressed. Your little actions can change their lives for better or worse. Also, if just a single statement played a butterfly effect and caused the fall of a fascist dictator, why is it so hard to believe that your support, no matter how small, can change the lives of flood-affected people for the better? And please watch this wonderful rational video by salmanmuqtadir bhai and Boycott India.
If you're interested in these kinds of stickers and posters, you can get them from StickVerse, a place where stickers and posters from every universe are found. Customization is available. The link of StickVerse is provided below.